There is nothing wrong with your music player. Everything you hear is being carried out as we intend. We control the treble and the bass. The imaginative processes between your ears are now under our influence. Do not attempt to adjust this podcast. You're listening to Relative Dimensions.
Hello out there, everyone, and welcome to Relative Dimensions, your Sunday night geek or gamer talk show.
Geek.
I think we're gonna probably. I kind of want to tweak that tagline a little bit
Okay.
because it's not just regular games.
That's right.
It's also like we're mainly focused on the multiplayer stuff, particularly free stuff, because we're cheap like that. Except for WoW.
We're broke like that, okay? Let's
because of WoW.
Because of WoW.
Anyways, this is episode number 21. I am one of your hosts. My name is Chris Renshaw, and I'm going to throw it over there. It's Philip.
It's Philip. My name is Philip. I am your other host. Tonight is September 21st. If you would go back about a month. It's actually October 21st, and that's kind of cool because we're doing our 21st episode on a 21st day of the month.
I did not know that.
Hey!
That is really weird.
That's how this rocks.
That's pretty sweet. I did not even think about that.
We didn't.
Were
even
you
plan
looking
it
at the
that way.
show notes?
What's that?
Were you looking at the show notes?
I'm looking. I'm in the show notes.
I know. It's what the September part.
Oh, yeah, I was.
I forgot to edit the date.
See, this is what happens. I read my script and I just mess it all up. It happens.
So, we're gonna start working on we're working on improving the show.
We're trying.
So we've got a little bit more regiment, I guess.
Any type of constructive feedback you guys want to give.
Yeah.
We won't pay attention to it. Sorry.
Okay. Let's start with. You know we're gonna cover WoW stuff, so let's go ahead and just get that out all up front.
Get it out of the way.
All right. So, level 90 right here, right here.
Level 90.
Level 90. From like 2 weeks ago, but we haven't had a show since then. I busted a move, got to level 90, and now I'm burned out.
You been doing the Mogashan Vault raid?
No,
Okay.
because I don't have enough gear yet.
Oh, you're not geared up enough. Okay.
No, I can't even do heroics yet because I'm 5 points shy. You need 235 or 435. I have an average level of 430.
Oh, I've got like 418.
Yeah.
I'm still way down there, and I'm still not 90 yet. So that's beside the point.
Where
I'm
you
like-
at? You're at 89.
I'm at like 89.42, 0.52, something like that. I'm working on it.
Yeah. This point, I've been I was doing kind of a whole bunch of different dailies now because a bunch of dailies open up, but I was getting in the same pattern I was getting in with Wrath of the Lich King. Mainly was a big portion of that. Is I was just getting burned out so fast of having to log in every day to do dailies.
Yeah.
So I've kind of like I've not been doing farming or the Cloud Serpent stuff as much. I've been focusing on the stuff in that center area that unlocks the Valley of Eternal Blossoms or whatever. Or Veil of Eternal Blossoms. One, because I can teleport there. And two, because to unlock a bunch of the other reputations, the first quest you have to do is get revered with this other place. So I was like, well, if that's what everything's going to build on, I might as well do that first.
Yep.
And it unlocks a lot of the story and stuff of that area.
Now here's a question: If I were to get a mage up to level 90, could I log him in, create a portal, log him out, log my next character in, and then use that portal?
They have to be in the same party.
Which wouldn't be able to do if I had to log out and log back in.
If you had another person there, you could.
Yeah.
If there was another person in your party, but chances are that person's going to be me, and I'm already going to be on my mage, so it defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it happens.
Let's see. So I unlocked flying in Pandaria, which is awesome. And then I went ahead and took the extra step further, and I went and used the last remaining money I had saved up from doing all those quests and blew it all to get master riding, which is awesome.
What are you rocking at? 310%?
310.
Just slamming it out.
Yep. I've also been doing the pet trainer stuff. I got a team up to about level 14.
Oh. See,
12. No, 12.
Okay, that's it. Last time I turned the computer on was, like, I'm not even joking. This computer right here, last time I turned it on was
Last
time I was here. Yeah, last Sunday, yeah. And that was the last time
weird.
I logged into WoW.
Normally
I know,
you're just like every night.
I got have these books on my my other computer through like the Kindle reader, and I've just been rereading them and just like losing myself in the books. All of a sudden, it's
nerd.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's 4 a.m. I need to be awake in 5 hours, and I haven't slept yet.
So, let's see what else.
Well, they're the new Dark Moon Fair stuff they're doing in there.
Yeah, apparently we got a new patch coming out soon. That's the deal. Is anytime something comes out, it's always what's next. What's next?
Yeah.
So we got patch 5.1 coming out, which is supposed to radically change the way they do WoW patches. Because I think the big problem is that a lot of times people burn through the content and they're just waiting for the next patch. So instead of having these like mega content patches, I think they're going to break them up into smaller content patches and just slam them out.
Slam out a
Works
level.
for me.
Slam out an area, slam out a dungeon. Just
Move
bam,
on.
Get it all going.
Next month, throw something else out.
Yep.
So like you said, they got the new raid that came out, LFR, I think this past weekend. I think it was anyone could get into it, like a regular group could get into it the week before, and then this past week it unlocked for... What are you giving me that look for?
Sorry, I just read ahead, and I'm not going to spoil it. If people saw my face, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome.
But they unlocked this past weekend, I think, the raids for the LFR tool, which if somebody else would get to level 90, we could do.
Hey, she's right over that wall. You need to talk to her, okay? That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me. Oh, okay, sorry.
But she did. Hey, that is a
She got to
momentous
85.
achievement. She got to 85. Finally got that last little bit.
How long had the paladin been at 84 and a half?
You don't want to know. But she's busy.
I know, she's busy. Like, when did Cataclysm come out?
Yeah.
2 days before that. That's
So, I have one thing I've been doing a lot of because I love it is scenarios. I love scenarios. Just because, especially when you're DPS, not a big queue. I just queue up for scenario and then like less than 5 minutes. Sometimes it's like a minute.
and you can slam in and...
Yeah. It takes about as long as doing the... sorry, I'm adjusting levels here.
Happens.
It takes about as long to do dungeons as it does some scenarios, especially towards the end. But like you don't have to have 3 DPS healer tank.
A healer or a tank. You can just...
It's just like a bunch of people who are just going and doing some questing. Sometimes it's nice to have a healer there.
Yeah.
But it's also not like if you die, it's just like if you're out questing with your buddies. If you die, you go to the graveyard, you run back to your body, you're back in. Actually, I think it's more like PvP, where you go to the graveyard and then it waits like a few seconds, then waits like
Spawns you
30
at the
seconds
graveyard.
and then just spawns you again.
Okay, that's cool.
If I remember right.
Because I saw you do the Theramore's Fall
Yeah.
scenario. That was kind of cool.
That I thought was, it got hyped up, I think, a little bit more than it was supposed to. Like, I did it.
Yeah.
Then it was like, really? That's it?
I think it got hyped up so much because people read the book.
Yeah. I still
People-
need to do that.
People read the book and they were like, there's so much more going on in here. And then that's it. That's all I do.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But
It's got to suck playing it from the Alliance side.
I'm curious to play it from the Alliance side now.
That would be kind of cool. Cause like,
but it don't have Alliance character.
right. Because you got to think about it. It's Theramore's Fall. We
Mhm.
all know that the giant man... Spoiler. We all know that the giant mana bomb comes and just... Theramore's gone.
Maybe you have to just evacuate people.
That could be. Yeah, it's like, get everyone out. Women and children first.
And me.
And then me. And then you're sitting in the ocean holding onto the plank. I love you, Jack.
My my only problem with scenarios is that you have to be level 90 because it could be a great leveling tool.
Yep.
Like it would just be great to just level this way, to just break up, create a whole lot more, break it up, and then just do this instead of doing random dungeons, because you can easily get in, you can easily knock them out and then be done. I just think that it would take a lot more. I know why, is because it takes a lot more effort, and it's designed to just give those extra people at 90 stuff to do. There's already tons of stuff to do. I just think it would be even extra cooler if you could do it as you're leveling up. Like, especially through, like, 0 through, or 1 through 70, I don't know. Take all the different stories that you can quest through, and then maybe make some of the cut screens, make that a scenario instead that you do.
Okay.
That you have to play through like that. I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
I could dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta click on this one too.
Oh gosh. So, and I also I leveled up the monk to 14. He's almost at the point where I can jump him into random dungeons. Okay. But I'm holding off on leveling him anymore because I've decided I want to get more heirloom gear to him before I actually. But that requires more money, which
does require more money. All I need is I need the pants for one of my characters, and then they'll have all the guild heirlooms.
Right. That's mainly what I'm focusing on is the guild heirloom stuff.
Because it stays for 5 extra levels.
Yeah.
Because like the DMF heirlooms are only to level 80, aren't they?
I don't know, but I do have one of those, the Dartmouth Fair items, because I had enough, so I just went ahead and did it. Let's see.
Let's talk about other games.
Other games.
Other games. What do we have here?
How about some current events?
We got some other stuff here.
We do have some other stuff.
So first of all, DCUO. You know, we love the MMOs. We love the DCUO. We just haven't played in a long time.
No.
There we go. DCUO announces that the next DLC that they're gonna have is gonna have player housing. Yay! Next. All right. So.
Yeah. Hey, build your own Batcave. That's really all you're gonna do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next.
Star Trek Online. They got 2 stories for Star Trek Online. First thing is that they have their own armory now, or they're gonna have their own armory, except for it's gonna be called the Gateway, and it's gonna look like the LCAR system, and you'll be able to show off your ships and stuff.
Which I was looking through the article on this, and actually I looked at the one on the Cryptic's website, and it's really only going to benefit you if you have some type of tablet device.
Yeah.
Because then it'll actually look like you're walking around with a pad, and it'll be kind of cool.
To be honest, I don't even use the Armory app that much. Like every now and then, those are more like ooh cool.
Yeah.
But
I used it. I used it twice. I sold some cloth on the auction house.
Yeah, I have used that. But I just don't see this being that useful.
No, unless because it.
All right, here's
you can look up there. It says they're working on functionality for the tool, but currently it only allows you to look up character stats, ship stats, officer stats, that kind of. It doesn't give you any integrated functionality.
Right. All right. Here's my big problem with this, though. Sounds great and all, and I love, we're trying to duplicate WoW and all this and stuff. But I've heard before many people say that the Cryptic team that works on STO is a very small team. So stop working on meaningless crap like this and focus more on some content.
Yes.
That's what you need to do.
Get season 7 up and running with my extra levels so I can be a full admiral and then a fleet admiral. Get my 4th and 5th stars, because that's what I'm waiting on. Get some. Stop doing the
extra quests,
extra missions. That's what we need.
Right.
Let's get some more playable races in there. Okay.
Factions.
Playable races, extra factions. I mean, let's bring in the Borg.
Although I heard a thing that the next season 7 event is going to permanently get rid of the Borg. It's going to stop the Borg storyline.
What, we defeated the Borg?
Yeah. It's going to be a we defeat the Borg once and for all kind of special task force kind of thing.
That would be awesome. I could kind of deal with that.
Right. But I'm like,
like fly into a
nifty stuff like this is great when you've got a team big enough that you can have a bunch of people working on different projects.
like Warcraft with 165 people.
Yeah, exactly. When you've got a tiny group focused on crap that matters, don't give us pointless crap.
The other problem we have, and this is going in every single forum, every single time they introduce a new lockbox, stop that. Stop that right now.
Yeah.
The lockboxes are dumb. They drop every other character you kill drops a lockbox, and then you have to pay to open them.
Yep. Stop it.
Stop it. It's. I mean, technically, you don't have to pay. You can go farm to lithium, and then people. See, I'm allergic just to all the bull hockey that's coming out of these people.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you do get the keys, the chances of you getting anything good, very rare.
Oh yeah.
And what you're actually, there's no way of farming enough stuff to unlock all the lock boxes you have.
No.
So
it's
there's also this Azure Nebula.
See, I looked at that. The Azure Nebula. It used to be it was an exploration area. Where it didn't actually have, like, there weren't really any systems. You flew out of a sector to get into it. And then there were just kind of like random systems that you could scan, and you'd scan the system, you'd enter it, and, oh, it's go out and defeat these 5 guys that destroyed these ships. Or, oh, hey, go and drop off some seismic stabilizers on this planet here. And now they're turning it into, that's where the Tholians are making their incursion into, I guess, Star Trek space.
Yep. Yeah, I heard they're also adding some new sections as well. Some more expanding space a little bit, I guess.
So, I mean, it could work out. Maybe they're...
It's going to be one of those events that's run. You can run it any time, but if you run it at a special time, you get extra special stuff. Woohoo! Hey, more content.
That's right.
Man, I'm burning through content a little bit faster now.
It happens. Well, you can focus on this. I don't know, this, let's pop over to this, Marvel MMO.
Speaking, we covered the DC stuff.
Yeah, now we gotta swap into Marvel.
Now we gotta swap into the Marvel. Everybody knows they're having an MMO, Marvel Heroes. Well, not everybody, I guess. But I've been talking about this ever since they announced it. What?
I got to read the first sentence here. All right, or the first couple sentences. I'm not really a fan of MMOs. Nothing against the genre and its millions of fans, you understand. But I've checked, and it turns out that very few of them allow you to play as 50 Cent on a quest to recover his jewel-encrusted skull. And that sort of thing is very important to me when I make my entertainment choices.
Wow. But so the biggest thing that everyone said is A, the Marvel one's going to be free to play off the get-go, which you pretty much have to be at this point.
Yeah.
And B, you don't create your own character. You play as an existing Marvel character. That's always been the weird part with me, is how's that going to work? Where you just like team up with like...
Yeah, you're going to be at a team of like 12 Wolverines?
Yeah, or like 5 Hulks.
Yeah.
And I mean, it sounds cool. Like, I like the idea where it's just like, but instead of being Pharaoh Man, I'm actually Iron Man. You know, where you have like all the knockoffs, you can actually just be Iron Man. I do like the fact that you could just actually be Iron Man. Apparently, the way they're getting away with story with it is that Doctor Doom has a cosmic cube, and that's going to result in maybe like split universes or something. I don't know. Okay. I'm sure they can word a story in there. But it looks basically, from the impressions I'm getting here. Did you ever play X-Men Legends? It was a PS2 game. And then there was also Marvel Ultimate Alliance. They worked on the same principle.
I played Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, where like you have like it was up to 4 people, and you would just jump in, and there'd be like 4 people on the screen sharing the same screen.
Yeah,
I get the feeling it's gonna be kind of like that.
Okay.
But because you leveled up your characters that way too.
You level them up that way, and there were also buffs you got. Like if you had the entire Fantastic Four, there was a buff you got there. If you had there were like 4 characters. They were all from 4 different sets, but they were all doctors, and they kind of all had the same ability. Then that would, or like if they were all psychics, like if you had Dr. Xavier and some other psychics all whipped together.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd get weird buffs, but I don't know if this.
So,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, they're going to be in the game. Ooh. Deadpool's going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket Raccoon.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, it's like he's an obscure character. Well, I was reading through the guys like who's Angar the Screamer and US number 1.
Those are just the point is being that it's a bunch of random no-name characters. So, that's kind of all the big notes I had. Except for I had this is this the article down here that you were you were geeking out about?
Googly eyeing over?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So, I found an article on Twitter that
okay, now if that thing in the back was like a DDR pad, that would just be that much more amazing.
All right. So the article is 13 Geek Caves, which being in this awesome studio, which is pretty much my geek cave, I was interested in. So you pull it up, and this is pretty snazzy. Like the first one is the Bat Cave, which is great because and the link to this will be in the show notes. So you really need to go check this out. It's basically the Bat Cave as a movie theater. Off to the side, it's got like the bat suit and looks like a tumbler.
Yeah.
And then computers and stuff in the back. That's pretty wicked. And then we got a zombie apocalypse bunker that's got like 1 million guns on the wall.
Oh, that's awesome. Then
there's authentic Star Trek. Oh, this one actually is constructed from actual Trek sets.
Oh, I hate this guy.
This person won a few items from the Star Trek auction and put it and recreated a little small. Hey, look, there's a con and op station, kind of like what we were wanting to do.
Yeah, he's got Captain Archer's chair. He's got L-car panels that were on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Then let's see next. We got Star Wars. It's a Death Star themed room. That looks pretty cool. Pirates of the Caribbean. This one's out there for its decoration because it's actually on a pirate ship. Vintage movies. The Nautilus, 50 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
You got a next generation, looks like kind of a 10 Ford-ish looking lounge area.
Mm-hmm.
The Death Star. Oh, I missed this one. Death Star bar. That is elegant and awesome. I think my favorite one next to the Batman one is the Voyager.
Yes.
Just because like every little bit of this is decked out, and it looks like this could have been someone's room and on the Voyager. Then we got a Hobbit hole and steampunk.
Oh, hang on. You got to read that. Go back to the Voyager one. All right. Let me read the whole thing. All right. It's number 10, Star Trek Voyager. The man went full bore. His geek cave encompassed his entire studio apartment, and it was epic. Everything was made by the owner in the style of Star Trek Voyager. The doorway was a transporter pad. L-Car's interfaces covered the walls, and the entire place was flooded with a soft blue glow. Sadly, this was too much awesome for the owner's wife. She left him and got the apartment in the divorce, and then converted it out of spite.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. That's...
I was right. They had linked to the actual article about that divorce. That sucks. Divorce is terrible. I mean, it's great that you build stuff like this, but if you don't have a wife's approval, you're better off just letting it go.
Yeah. I mean, did she like sell the stuff? Could we buy some of that?
She probably just like ripped it all out and threw it away. Like if it's out of spite.
Yeah.
All right.
And he was in Britain.
Ah.
Oh man.
This is where we need to work on our content a little more, because that was all the articles I had.
Oh.
So
I'm reading the other article and I'm just like, I'm sad.
we saw Walking Dead last week.
Walking Dead. Yes. So amazing.
It's nice to see it back on a high note.
Yeah.
Interesting tidbit. #1 premiere of all television history, including broadcast television.
Mm.
Like the next highest one was like Modern Family at like 5.5 million or whatever. It reached like 10 point something million.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, because like everybody's talking about Walking Dead.
Yep.
That is the thing to be doing right now.
Yep. That's what we will be doing in an hour and a half. MechWarrior Online beta is going to go open. It was supposed to go open last week, but they realized they were not quite ready yet to open the floodgates, and so they pushed it back. But it should be coming soon.
That's at least they didn't just throw it out there and have servers crash and glitches and all that crap. They understand. That's
so I respect them a little bit for that. It'll be nice to see once you get in there.
Yeah.
See what you think.
If my computer can handle it.
True.
Let me go see what the specs are. Oh, looks like I've already searched for that at least once or twice. Reserve your pilot name.
Done.
Really? Which pilot name? Game.
Probably Chris the Prof.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's kind of like my thing, yo.
It's what I do.
Just like this. This is we got this new snazzy setup in the studio. Took out that round table, which was a good idea, but just was not working. Put up this nice...
Now we can't have round table discussions.
So we have rectangular table discussions.
Okay.
Well, now you can actually get around without them getting in somebody's way. And you actually have room. You can put stuff up here.
They don't have final PC system specifications.
Well, it's still a beta.
It's still in beta. Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's
So,
fine.
Speaking of guns.
Guns. I did every nerd gamer's dream. I took my Call of
I
Duty.
think it's every man's dream.
It's pretty much every man's dream, yeah. I took my Call of Duty and I actually went and did it outside.
So wait. You went and took a dump in the woods?
Yes. And then I shot it.
That's my Call of Duty.
And then I shot at it.
We had Taco Bell on Saturday night, and then I had the Call of Duty.
Yeah, went up to about almost an hour north of us ish. There's a shooting range out there, and we had a Mosin Nagant, which is a 7.62 by 54, basically a 7.62 NATO type weapon. Shot that. It's a nice heavy weapon, and it didn't have a when you get these weapons, you're supposed to try to impale yourself in the shoulder with them, so you kind of reduce all the recoil. And I was in there, and it shot pretty well. Next up, there was one of the guys who came down.
Philip's gonna wake up in the morning. It's gonna be like,
Oh, God,
I can't feel my arm.
I'm already feeling it right now. There's bruise right here. One of the guys who came down from Annapolis, he had it was a Beretta CX4, I think.
Wow. I don't know any of the...
I didn't know either.
You might as well be like shouting out random stuff.
I looked at the side and I saw a letter number combination. I was like, sure, that's what we're going to call it. And it was a 45 caliber. It was ambidextrous. I watched him. He popped a pin on it, pulled out the back, swapped 3 pieces around, put it back together, and it was now left-hand compatible.
Nice.
And I'm like, that's amazing.
How is a gun left or right-handed compatible? That's what I want to know.
It's the way the shell casings eject and the way the charging handle.
Oh, okay. Oh, was it like a bolt action?
Huh? No. It had enough to pull the charging handle back, let it go, and then it's now semi-automatic.
Gotcha.
But yeah, because that's the biggest thing. Because if you have a lot of the times having a shotgun that was right-handed only, and here I have it on my left shoulder. I go and I pump, and I have to quick do one of these numbers and like put my nose into the stock so it just flies by my ear and doesn't hit me in the face.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, my eye!
Right in the eye.
It burns!
Shot a suppressed 45 caliber gun. Not even lying, we barely heard anything. We took off our ear protection.
Oh, you very, very bad.
And then we were like, pop,
you
pop,
very
pop.
bad.
But then a couple minutes later, AJ had his 9mm Beretta with him, and we were firing that. And he stopped for a second. He looks over, and he sees the guy shooting the 45. So he pulls his hearing protection over off the one ear, and he's like, "Wow, you can't really hear." And then somebody had a 308. He's like, "Wow, you can't really." Boom.
That's why they make you wear hearing protection.
Yeah. I also pissed off the range master.
Nice.
Which I thought was funny. There's a big sign posted all over the place says you can only fire 1 shot per second. And I was like, okay, whatever. I don't care. The range closes at 5 o'clock. It is 4:50. What's it going to do? Kick me off? So I loaded up the suppressed 22, which was like 10 or 15 rounds. Slapped that in there. And I'm kind of looking at him. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. He looks away. Just fast as I could pull the trigger a couple times. I look back over. Oh, sorry. Pop. But had a good time. Went out there.
Always trying to get in trouble.
Always trying to get in trouble. But I mean, hey, it's. I always tell people when they're like, "Why don't you play like football or basketball games?" Because I can go outside and do that. All right, that's what I can do. I play Halo and Call of Duty, and then I went outside and did it.
Yep. All right.
Shooting guns. Now I want a gun.
Yeah. I want a nice, cheap bolt-action 22.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. Also shot one of those. Anibal had one of those, so we shot that. Man's got a lot of guns.
Yeah, it's not someone you want to piss off. It's someone with a lot of guns.
He only has 3 guns.
All right, so that was a really short episode, but oh well. Hey, shut your mouth.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess I should probably pull up show notes here.
Nah.
All right, so thank you guys for watching, listening to this episode. However you consume this, I'm not going to be picky. Dim that down a little bit more. I'm not going to be picky on how you can consume the show. But what I want you to do is head on over to iTunes, look us up, leave us a 5-star review, please, because it'll help spread the show. We'll go up on some of the new and notable stuff. Other people see it, they'll read it. Hopefully they'll enjoy it. Do the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's what we really want you to do. And also, we want you to give us feedback. We're trying to constantly improve the show, but we can't do it without your help. Your help is key on this. And there's several ways you can do this. Chris at ocdcast.com. It's my email address. It goes straight to my phone. Be able to read what you say. Twitter.com/Chris the Prof for me. It's also, if you're watching the video, it's right here. For Philip, it is the fast switching only works if I'm clicked on the window. It's Philip_RD. And you can also find us on Facebook. I'm starting to try and post more stuff on Facebook because I'm actually finding people respond to stuff on Facebook.
Hey.
So Facebook.com/Obsessive Comics Disorder. This wonderful music you're hearing in the background, this is the song L3 by Skyhawk. It's on his album Function. Go buy it. It's awesome. You will enjoy it.
Now, does he watch our podcast?
Probably not.
Okay.
He's a busy man.
Hey. Maybe he can pay his, like, whoever does his Twitter for him to watch our podcast.
So, all this information can be found at our awesome redesigned website, ocdcast.com. Go check it out. Enjoy what we've got. We're constantly bringing to you. We went on a little bit of a 2-3 week break, but we're back, and we ain't going nowhere. That's right. So, thank you guys for listening again. My name's Chris.
My name is Philip.
And we will see you guys next time.
We need like a dancing girl in the background. Yeah.
Too bad I already cut the camera away. I can't see me doing awful dancing.